Any announcements, Connie, Constance?
Just that for people to know, Chris is in South O'Hara. She'll be back next week. That's it.
Okay, great. Okay. All right. Well, thank you everyone for being here and holding down the fort while Chris is in Tassajara. And so I guess we'll just start with the before lecture chat. And unsurpassed,
penetrating and perfect Dharma is regularly met with in 100,000 million kalpas, having it to see and listen to remember and accept. I vow to taste the truth of the Tathagata's words.
All right. Well, thank you everybody again. And we're continuing on with the Bodhisattvas, as we have been. And I did give the talk on Tuesday night also and talked about Tara as the emanation of compassion. And I guess Marianne was going to speak today, but has been having some issue with having a nasal surgery that was on again, off again, was going to happen, wasn't going to happen. So I just said, well, we'll just do it. So here we are. And today we're going to, wanted to go into Medicine Buddha, to offer Medicine Buddha. And yeah, Medicine Buddha is, I think, more commonly, like you see the tankas in Vajrayana and Tibetan practice, but maybe not as much, in Theravada or Zen. And so I think we'll just start off with that first image of the Medicine Buddhas and just talk about them. So let's see. She's going to do it.
She is going to do it. Just hang on a second.
She is going to do it. I'm not doing it. Thank goodness I'm not doing it, or we'd be here all week.
There we go.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm going to try one other thing. Just being a little poopy.
Take your time.
We can see you.
Yeah, okay. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll just carry on maybe and see if they pop up. So, yeah.
Can people screen see?
Can you guys see them now, Erica?
No.
Oh, people on screen can't see either.
Did you push share?
Oh yeah, it says
No.
shared. That's interesting. Okay, hold
Okay.
up. Sorry about that. And folks on screen, feel free to unmute if you do see it, and let me know. How's that?
Oh, we're not seeing it.
What in the world?
I don't know.
All right. Try one more thing. If you want to talk, I'll just play in the back.
All right. Well, so I was going to start really with actually Dhammananda in Thailand, because her temple, I've been to see her temple in Thailand, and she has this beautiful, huge blue medicine Buddha. And so I'm gonna go from, this is a book that was written by, this Fresh Existence, this is Dhammananda here on the cover. So this was written by formerly my sister-in-law. She's my friend, Cindy Rosico, who is a student of Dhammananda's and wrote this. And in her and Dhammananda has a temple outside of Bangkok in Thailand, and her in her Buddha hall. I'm not seeing any other. I can just show it on my phone, maybe. Is this 10-foot high by 8-foot wide, beautiful blue medicine Buddha, and in this Dharma hall. And the interesting thing about Dhammananda is that she's a third generation abbot. Her mother and I guess grandmother were both abbots of this temple south of Bangkok, and she was also a professor and an author, university professor, and she became the first fully ordained woman in Thailand in modern day. So and to do this, see, I guess I don't know when in Thai history the nuns receiving full ordination and being at the same level as the monks, as the bhikkhunis, that lineage died out. So she had to go to Sri Lanka to become fully ordained bhikkhuni, and that happened in 2001. And apparently, I guess the nuns in Sri Lanka only were able to receive full ordination in like 1998. And then I was just reading that the Tibetan nuns have just been able to receive full ordination in 2020. So there's just this, in the countries where Buddhism is the state religion, or the established religion, there's this established hierarchy, as that happens. So this was and then she received a lot of really backlash from the Buddhist establishment, Buddhist clergy, and people in general. And I remember when I was there and visited her, she was saying that prior to full ordination, even though she was like a third generation abbot, she was considered lower than the youngest novice monk, who was male, lower in status and category. So and she wrote this poem. She gave a speech at the Thammasat University 2005. It's called "Crack in the Wall of Patriarchy." I am but a crack in the wall of patriarchy, the wall of hierarchy, the wall of injustice. Suddenly there are many more cracks. Eventually the wall crumpled. Lo and behold, the Buddha is standing on the other side with his opened arms to welcome his daughters who struggled to keep up the heritage given by the Buddha. Isn't that sweet? Yeah, so that's so cool. And then let me see if I can just.
And can you all now see the shared screen or no?
Yay, we can see it. Yes.
Goody.
Yay. Yay.
Thank
Okay.
you, Kristen.
Yeah, thank you, Kristen.
Yes.
So, yes, so this is the Buddha that I'm talking about, that's 10 feet high and 8 feet wide at the knees. And she's built a temple. I mean, she's built like another pavilion to hold it. And it's breathtaking. So Cindy, and her book Fresh Existence, and you can find this book is available in print. So she wrote about this. She said in 1994, and I wondered this because in Thailand you mostly see golden Buddhas, stone Buddhas, Buddhas in temples, but I had never seen a blue Buddha, a medicine Buddha there before. So, and she said in 1994, when she was still a professor teaching Buddhist studies, Venerable Dhammananda was sitting in meditation and saw the image of a full-bellied Chinese healing Buddha sitting cross-legged in a beautiful valley with mountains around him. His kneecap had a flap door where people could come into his body. At the time, she did not understand what that meant. In the next 3 years after she had the vision, Venerable Dhammananda traveled to many countries searching for the Buddha image that she had seen in her meditation. In Myanmar and Taiwan, she asked healing masters if they directed her to what she was looking for. She never found the Buddha and only understood what her meditation meant after she was ordained in 2001. She realized that she was supposed to build her own sanctuary for the medicine Buddha, where sick people could come and pray. So I think that is such a sweet story. And so in the bowl, yeah, so we can go to the next one if we can go to the next one. Yeah, so that's all right. So here is Tibetan blue Buddha, medicine Buddha, and so Sherry, this is her Thangka, and she sent me a picture of it, and she says that it was painted by maybe in connection with the Thangka painters that paint for the Dalai Lama. So you see on the top two figures on the top of the Thangka, they have the yellow hats on. And so the yellow hats are the Galupa sect, that the Dalai Lama is the head of the Galupa sect. I mean, he's head of all of them, but his sect is Galupa, the newer one. And I don't know if that's Tilopa or Naropa, who those are on the top. But so medicine Buddha's bowl he's holding it's full of healing herbs and a mitra. The bowl is filled with medicine, and of course the deeper meaning of that is that the true medicine is the medicine of awakening, the medicine of liberation, of realizing that we're not separate selves and are all interconnected. And so that's the true liberation. And then on his hand is a flowering bush, and that's also healing herbs. And of course there's seated on the sun moon disc and the lotus throne. And the blue is this deep blue like lapis lazuli stone, which is also considered a healing stone and one of for insight. So in that meditation, we're really focusing on that brilliant blue of lapis, which is a stone I've always loved. Let's see. And then there was another one of Mayumi Oda's one. So here's now for something completely different. This is Mayumi Oda. So again, I haven't looked up if she had any commentary about this particular image. To me, it could be Kuan Yin as much as medicine Buddha, but this medicine Buddha does have a little vase full, and hopefully a mitra and all things in it. So so maybe going back to our Tibetan Thangka. Let's see, we'll go back to our Tibetan Thangka. Right. So, So the story of the medicine Buddha is that while still a bodhisattva, he made 12 profound vows to heal the sick, to feed the hungry, cure the blind, remove mental darkness, grant protection from mental disasters. Um, and so through those vows, like we talked about Tara on Tuesday night, and Tara's vow was to attain full enlightenment in a female body, because she'd been told as a bodhisattva that she, if she wanted to become a Buddha, she should pray to be reborn as a man. So she was like, nah, I don't think I'm going to go that way. So so I like these, these stories. I mean, his profound vows to heal the sick, feed the hungry, and remove mental darkness sounds a lot like Jesus, like or Saint Francis. I love the intersection of all these traditions. And in the chanting also, and in holding this begging bowl full of a mitra of healing herbs, I was also reminded of the practice of like blessing our food and our water, like putting our hands on our water or our food before we eat and like blessing it. And that reminded me of that Dr. Masaru Emoto, Hidden Messages in Water. I don't know if any of you have seen those books, but apparently, I mean, it hasn't been really scientifically double-blind research, so we can't say that it's actually, but he did take pictures of frozen water crystals of the water that had been, like, if they would put their hands on the glass of water and imagine love and kindness, and then that crystal was like a beautiful mandala, gorgeous crystal, and then another bowl of water he'd put, and they'd think all kinds of ugly, nasty, mean things into that water, and then they'd take a picture of that water crystal, that frozen water crystal in it, and it would be, all yellow and misformed and all nasty. And so I thought that was really a beautiful book if you ever run across it. How Emotions Influence Water and Hidden Messages in Water are those two books. Yeah. So let's see what else we want to say. Yeah. So I would like to actually do some medicine Buddha practice. And so we're going to go to our mantra. And here we go. Perfect. Okay. There's a little black square on our side. Maybe,
Yeah.
but yeah, why don't let's look at it and see the translation first so we know what we're doing. Like this, I pray for the end of pain and suffering and the root of pain and suffering, and I release the energy of this prayer out into all the worlds so that we may all be liberated. Oh, you got it there. Okay. So this is the mantra, Vajrayana practice style mantra. And I'm taking this, I want to give credit to Lama Rod Owens, who has an online medicine Buddha practice every Monday night. He lives in Atlanta, but it's online. Probably be like 4 o'clock your time. And so the practice that I'm going to offer today is pretty much taken from that medicine Buddha practice that he's been doing. I guess he said he started doing it around the time of the pandemic, of doing an online practice session, and then it's continued on. So yeah. So here we go. So find yourself a comfortable place to sit, and it'll be like a guided meditation, because I'll start out with the introduction, and then we'll do some chanting for a while of this chant. And this chant goes, I'll just read it out so we get a little thought of it. It goes, Teyata Om Bekanze, Bekanze, Maha Bekanze, Ratsa Samungate Soha. And that is like this: I pray for the end of pain and suffering and the root of pain and suffering, and release the energy of this prayer out to all the world so that we all may be liberated. And yeah. So when we're doing these prayers, I mean, it's devotional, and it's reaching out to that energy, I believe, and we're asking for that energy to come and be with us, and also recognizing that all of the bodhisattvas come out of prajnaparamita. They all come out of emptiness. We all are. That's all of our true nature. So so we can say that we're offering emptiness to emptiness, which is a kind of nice way to kind of come back home with this. So traditionally we start by setting our intention for why we're doing this practice. And, as always, our intention is to come to a full awakening, to be able to be of benefit to all beings, and for all beings to be liberated. So we're offering the Bodhisattva vow as our intention to start. And we might want to take a couple of cleansing breaths in through the nose and exhaling with an like And then we're calling in our teachers, bodhisattvas, guides, beneficent ancestors. We're calling in all of those beings that love and care for us to come and surround us and offer us support and care, and also to aid us in our supplication of Medicine Buddha. We're also giving gratitude to the earth, offering gratitude for the land that we're sitting on at this time and place, and allowing our roots to go down into the earth, tethered, held. We feel the earth rise to hold us, as she always does, nurture and support us. And experiencing that sense of awakened care, compassion, kindness that our retinue of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas, ancestors, teachers, all those around us, just allow that sense of loving kindness and care to really saturate our being as much as we can, to let that sense of love in. And then when we're ready, gradually we can, in any way that is right for us, visualize, imagine Medicine Buddha, this brilliant blue, deep blue, precious gem, lapis, holding the healing herbs and the amitra that offers us well-being and care for the earth and all beings. And we can see, visualize, feel, imagine that we are Medicine Buddha. We are the medicine in this moment. And allow ourselves to be, as much as we can, this Buddha. And we are, as we know, 16-foot golden Buddhas. So, and however this comes to you is fine. If it comes as color or sound or a feeling or nothing at all, that's all perfect. And we're just thinking, I am the medicine. And may this medicine help bring the world back in balance. And I'll start the chant, and if you like to say the mantra, go ahead. If you like to just listen, go ahead, or come in later as you start to know it. So it goes like this. We'll start with Om. Om. Teatao Benkanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Ratsa Samungate Soa Teatao Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Ratsa Samungate Soha Om Teata Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Ratsa Samungate Soa Om Teata Om Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Ratsa Samungate So Teata Om Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Ratsa Samungate So Teata Om Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Ratsa Samungate So Teata Om Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Ratsa Samungate So Teata Om Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Ratsa Samungate So Teata Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Ratsa Samungate So Teata Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Ratsa Samungate So Teata Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Ratsa Samungate So Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Ratsa Samungate So Teata Om Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Ratsa Samungate So Teata Om Bekanse Bekanse Ratsa Bekanse Ratsa Samungate So Teata Om Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Ratsa Samungate So Teata Om Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Ratsa Samungate So Teata Om Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Ratsa Samungate So Teata Om Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Ratsa Samungate So Teata Om Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Ratsa Samungate So Teata bekanze bekanze ratsa bekanze ratsa samungate so. Teata bekanze bekanze maha bekanze ratsa samungate so. And we're just sitting in the light of Blue Buddha, being the medicine, being awakened, liberated, part of our experience. We pray for the end of pain and suffering and offer it out to all beings. I am the medicine. May this medicine help bring the world back into balance. We are emptiness, offering prayers to emptiness. And then when we are ready, we can just allow any color, light, any visualization, all of it to dissolve. We're gratitude to our teachers and guides, to the retinue around us, allow it all to just dissolve. Even our bodies, this physical body, just allow it to dissolve into point of light in our heart space. And just rest in this absolute bodhicitta for a few breaths. And then when we're ready, can actually turn our attention to the prayer, Shantideva's prayer. Yeah. So this is, there's so many, translations and books of Shantideva's prayers, and this is a nice one. So we can say this together. We'll say it together 3 times. Ready? Okay. May I be a protector to those without protection, a leader for those who journey, and a boat, a bridge, a passage for those desiring the further shore. And may the pain of every living creature be completely cleared away. May I be the doctor and the medicine, and may I be the nurse for all sick beings in the world, until everyone is healed. Just like space and the great elements such as earth, may I always support the life of all the boundless creatures. And until they pass away from pain, may I also be the source of life for all the realms of varied beings that reach unto the ends of space. And for a second time, may I be a protector for those without protection, a leader for those who journey, a boat, a bridge, a passage for those desiring the further shore. May the pain of every living creature be completely cleared away. May I be the doctor and the medicine, and may I be the nurse for all sick beings in the world, until everyone is healed. Just like space and the great elements such as earth, May I always support the life of all the boundless creatures, and until they pass away from pain, may I also be the source of life for all the realms of varied beings that reach unto the ends of space. And for the last time, may I be a protector to those without protection, a leader for those who journey, and a boat, a bridge, a passage for those desiring the further shore. And may the pain of every living creature be completely cleared away. May I be the doctor and the medicine, and may I be the nurse for all sick beings in the world, until everyone is healed. Just like space and the great elements such as earth, may I always support the life of all the boundless creatures, and until they pass away from pain, may I also be the source of life for all the realms of varied beings that reach unto the ends of space. So be it. Yeah. Right. So, yeah, that is the, so that is our, really, Vajrayana style Tibetan mantra practice. And, I think as I said on Tuesday, the Tibetans they take everything to like the 9th degree, right? So the idea is you're saying the mantra, you're saying the practice, you're doing the visualization, and you're using your mala to count how many times you did it. And so that's, involving body, speech, and mind all together. And so it's harder to be distracted. I mean, you can still be distracted. It's not impossible, but it is more difficult if you're doing all those things simultaneously. So, well, we have about 10 minutes. What would you like to do? Hey, come on over and say hello. Okay, we're going to have a little show and tell here because we have 10 minutes left. This is our new kitten.